execution when it comes to in-game.
I see the direction where they want to operate from, and to be fair, they look like they were doing it properly. They found good use of Zia in the third turtle, and it looked like they were about to just win and take over the game from then on. But as it stands, it's just a lot of executional problems there coming out from Alpha 7 eventually, and of course the heroics coming out from the Pawn of God.
Pawn of God, and because of his insane performance, they should have banned Eudora.
Yep.
Wow. Pure respect, and still worthy. I mean, we did see a lot of scores during MSC where Eudora did force a lot of reactions, and so because of this, it's safe to assume that Herrera will be up in the priorities list for Alpha 7. I mean, Geekay just decide to ban it out.
I wish we could see more of the Eudora from Conquest to the ban. Unfortunately, that will be denied. But I do understand Alpha 7 did that. Herrera being banned. I was wondering what will be the first priority here for Alpha 7. Are they looking for Barcel? No, they did have Harley as well. Harley and both Harley was the Herrera gun. That means, are they eyeing for the Fanny for Alpha 7?
They just like Fanny rush right away. I mean, that's the only reason why you ban out the Harley after you see the Herrera get banned out. So throwing it back to something, no, it really just makes sense that they just want to rush the Fanny for best player 1.
Okay, and will that be stopped by Geekay Esports? I think they're also considering banning the Fanny, but that also opens up the Marcel, the Paquito as well. Maybe there could be a good trade for them in case they do open up the Fanny. Maybe they'll ban the Paquito themselves. Maybe they get the Marcel in exchange for the Fanny. And there's even a world where Alpha 7 does not pick up the Fanny first date, but that's ridiculous knowing that they ban the Harley themselves and take the Herrera. So I would assume that this is a priority of the Fanny.
Yeah, they set it up, might as well just capitalize on it, but if they're willingly rushing the Fanny, then it would be safe to assume they're also ready for a Geekay swap of the Barcel, but they get the Bellery. The Bellery. Valentina's still open, unless that's what they're trying to force out.
Valentina Uranus opening for Geekay Esports will be so devastating. Honestly. By the way, I'm watching the other stream live right now on the side, and all the gaming was leading by a significant amount, but there's a quick wipeout, so it seems like it will be a 2-0 in favor of the Seminole Red Giants.
Oh wow. What a bounce back by SRG after the very rough MSC that they had, of course, getting taken out in the group stages. Good to see that they're recovering. They don't pick up the Valentina. They do pick up the Marcel for the side of Geekay. And yes, don't forget, we do have 2 streams. As you can see, they're labeled as Group AC, while me and Wolf are doing the Group BB matches. So taking a look at covering A and C. And Alpha 7 now bring out an Esmeralda, makes sense, up against Uranus, and now a Eastern.
So Yinshin, best player 1-0 for sure. In this mode, Alpha 7 will eventually go for the VP onto Zia. So if that is going to be the choice here for Alpha 7, that means that this lowland will have a lot of problems later on. So Geekay Esports, do they have enough research to tell them that that was the mode that Alpha 7 plays in? That's a gold lane Ruby actually that they play in an Arlo ban. What?
Where's that coming from?
Okay, are they thinking Esmeralda will be gold? That's a weird ban.
Well, there's a little bit of a... You can see the members of Alpha 7, they seem to be laughing about it too. Unless they know something that we don't, but...
Yeah.
That might have just been a straight up erroneous ban by Geekay, because we've only really seen Esmeralda in EXP, nowhere else. in recent memory.
For sure.
This is weird to the max.
Yeah, because you're not even gonna. It's not like you're gonna play Harris alongside Marcel up against that Esmeralda. So they wouldn't have gone into a gold lane Esme XP lane Harlot unless again there's really something we don't know here, and that Alpha 7 somehow has some very interesting pocket picks in like an Arlot gold lane, but I think it's just if we can stop assuming and just roll with the punches, I guess.
Yeah. Understandable. There is going to be that. Oh, this is so. They're really doubling down on the fact that this Esmeralda will be the gold lane. Taking away some nice heroes. Honestly, if you don't know anything, if these twin picks haven't been picked up yet, you would think that, Arlot and Benedetta could match targeted bans actually. However, I don't feel like that's what Alpha 7 wants to do. And I feel that Ruby is incoming. They're gonna look for another forward long range hero. Maybe somewhere, actually, you know what, if they go Kimi, I think that's okay. But also, I think they'll just go natural with probably an Eve, the Vexana. Good pick overall for Geekay Esports, but I feel like, okay, now, Alpha 7, they're just gonna go with the more reliable Ruby gold lane. Wow, they pick up Harriet instead.
Whoa. Yeah, Harris into the
Alpha 7.
Yeah.
Too greedy.
Double carries. You got a lot of crowd control to deal with. There's going to be a lot on your feet. I mean, they do have the rhetoric, but this mid lane is going to have to be something somewhat able to support the river too. It cannot be
Rafaela? I think that's
guess.
If you don't really at least to try to reach to that point where you're very strong. So yeah. Okay. Now we're back. Okay, right? We are allowing the Harriets as long as there's a Rafaela. Oh. How about that quick pickup from Geekay Esports? And by the way, this was the idea of Onyx Indonesia.
Yeah.
Actually, to pick up the Granger up against the Harriet. Every time, I think it's just a camera thing. Whenever he sees Harriet, it seems like it takes him back to that season 15 and 14 era where it's Granger versus Harriet.
Yeah. The go-to matchup. And it does work very well also paired up with Marcel, so despite us having already precedence for how dangerous lineups with Rafaela could be, and here it makes sense. They still have the magic damage to cover alongside the Rafaela, not really having the magic damage early on, although come to the late game it will have it. Still, you're up against a tried and tested combo. Vexana, Marcel, and Ranger, as already proven by Onyx and Aurora, are a devastating combination to go up against at any point of the game. Let's see how it plays out in this game number 2.
You know what, remember the manner of which they picked the Vexana as well as the Granger? If you look back to the draft and watch it as it went by, they picked the Granger so quickly and look at okay. Esmeralda versus Uranus. This is his time. Season 9 and back in CS7, there's so many times that there's so many games replayed in my head right now where he is the Esmeralda up against the Uranus and he wins it all the time.
The eternal battle is what we used to call it, and it's crazy it comes back at this most auspicious of times in the current history of MLBB that we have. When all else fails, you just fall back onto those two to duke it out over and over again. Shark gets spotted out. Great taunt to keep himself alive just long enough. They could have completed that chase and finished him off, but his own taunt saving him. He did have to burn the flicker though to survive.
Maybe in the middle, Nolan. Zeno, look at this rotation from having Zeno. It's not level 4 because of that. Best player is already ahead though. So you can say that Alpha 7 did is Yin Shin knew exactly where to position themselves in and get almost an advantage over Nolan. They would have to pick up the stack here for is Nolan. Still has the camera up top, has to collect it at some point. And however, it's way too far from the neutral objective that's upcoming. The first goal also, maybe Geekay Esports will not be equipped to deal with this.
With how they're positioning right now, it looks like that's the case. World is able to get away just in time. Great combos right now by Alpha 7 to stop Geekay from getting anything left of him. Zeno Bomba is able to still retrieve the turtle at the last possible minute. And the golden hour looks good. Setting it up for Babayanga, but he's not going to be able to get the damage off of the best player one. Aizen still alive. Geekay get away with it and take a green cap alongside it. Nath is still relentless. He doesn't want to let go of this. He knows Geekay can't take him down, and he keeps on going forward, delaying the rotations of Geekay.
And that's what's the punish, because they didn't get anything out of that. They are winning the turtle fight actually, but then they lost the retribution battle. Zeno Bomba, so ever so reliable, and the sole reason why they won that fight. Retribution on point. Nats wants to punish, but Geekay Esports just focus on the orange buff, and now they can collect their own purple buff. Everything is looking real good now for Geekay Esports once again. Still, Alpha 7, with this kind of lineup that they have with the Rafaela, makes it so that they can actually take the team fights. And look at this. Don't spread at all. I mean, Zeno, good in the retribution, but will find a lot of struggles taking out the heroes of Alpha 7 just because of the healing powers of Cold World.
Conceal. We get the freezing moment. Shark forced Lucifer across, and no surprise to make the coming up with better here. You're gonna have to be honest with when they dish it out. At some point, maybe Geekay, if they really want an actual big chance into this, they need to start playing more around the Granger, and looking they are now with this rotation, they can get some nice combos off and start chaining some kills together after Yaga gets the Sky Piercer. And it should be good, and the game plan for Geekay will be activated. Again, this lineup is built around this Granger, around this Marcel and their combo, and of course supplemented with some great damage burst through the Nolan and the Vexana.
Okay, we're looking at adjustments here that the skill play that they want to really force Albano with that flicker committed by the Vexana. And then for exchange, eternal guard for Shark. The backline sets can be Aizen has to figure out because the Zaman Force was activated. They're out of the soul, but look at that slow trickle down damage coming up from that. Take out Kino with that flicker, but that will be an exchange. A 1-for-1 will favor Alpha 7 because of the retribution, but of course, the resurrection that allows Alpha 7 to now have the advantage.
And it is here now for Alpha. The best chance of being able to take the turtle, and they do. Aizen trying to deal as much damage as he can before he goes down. Yaga not going to be able to get it in. He deals a lot of damage. He decides to trigger his Alpha Force. The Granger is underneath it all, and Yaga gets punished. Alpha 7 is locked in and woken up, and they are feeling good at the start of this game number 2. They have a lead over Geekay.
The reason why they won was because of that conceal play coming up from Shark, prompting the flicker onto Pano. And a golden hour that, in theory, could be good because it isolated the members of Alpha 7. They want to go for one quick elimination, but it wasn't enough because, again, Cold World, as long as he does not get caught into the golden hour, it's gonna be okay, and even then, there's really not much that the Geekay Esports are finding. As good as their coordination was in game number 1, this time Alpha 7 are repaying in time. They are the ones that have a much better grasp of the team fights.
At the same time, you're doubting it, but they're making it work. The condition was as long as it's the Harrison up to that Rafaela, and it does look good. Let him cook, and they are cooking real good right now. Alpha 7 are feasting on Geekay, but it just will take a moment, frozen in time, a snapshot. Maybe a couple of good ones over and over again just so that Geekay can turn it around, but once the Uranus falls, that it all falls down, too much pressure onto the Marcel. They're not going to be able to hold this formation. What a pick off by Alpha 7. They're going to continue it under this tower. Yaga and Shen, supported by Quana in the bush. And they're able to hold on. Shen still able to get a kill on the goal. That's an outplay by Geekay. They get a freeze moment onto their golden hour, onto the Esmeralda. But, of course, that gets away.
Now, so many missed spells in the tail end of that one. They did, however, properly punish World out there, but unfortunately the Eternal Guard does not land properly. Retribution, Babayaga actually wins it. It's gonna be the goal. That is the goal gainer to secure that kill, that turtle take. Wow, Zeno Bomba, ever so brave. Look at that. Jumping in front of Alpha 7. Well, they do understand that there is a little bit of advantage that they have, but you gotta be careful out there if you're playing like that as the assassin.
It's still the Alpha 7 have a very small lead. This could be anyone's game. In terms of the towers, you can have yet to break one though, and that's what they're trying to find right now, an opening. A pick-off, one kill, to make it a little bit easier for them to open the map while they're going to be trading for their first tower. They're probably going to lose their second, but that needs to start from something. And here comes Shen entering, golden hour, oh, but they brought out the Guardian a little bit too early, couldn't capitalize the damage, but the presence is there. They could have waited a little bit longer to bring it down. It does not freeze the animation of the Eternal Guard going down. It does not stop.
A bit of a quiet thing for Nolan wants to take a piece out of Best Player, but Best Player seems like he's fairly healthy out there. And they have no signs of the other members of Alpha 7. They now find out that there is a big formation of Alpha 7 members here in the right side of the river. But for now, they're gonna be fine just clearing out their own side jungle, getting the Pokeball for the Nolan. Zeno Bomba wants to get a pick-up in here. Sia shows himself, but for the presence of the Rafaeling, there is not really a big deal for that. That was a weird retribution from Zeno. 14 seconds before the Lord spawns.
Yeah, I don't know if he was just trying to force out a reaction, maybe overzealous early victor, just to make sure that they could escape. But that's not going to work, and that won't work for the majority of these players. Oh, suddenly Shark with the engagement, and here comes Alpha 7 with the response to follow up with the great rapid drive, but the Yaga gets a kill there onto Zia. That's going to be a slow bubbling start here for the Stranger. Now has the first set of stacks for the Sky Piercer. Didn't have to use the flicker to get away from safety though. The resurrection from the Rafaela means the Harris will be back. Alpha 7 is taking a lot of damage, but so is Geekay. The Nolan is not anywhere close by. Will Alpha 7 read the situation correctly? They see the Nolan knocked out now. They look like they can support with plays, but Isaac gets taken down. Or excuse me, he gets taken down the better Rick. Now goes in falling star mode. Isaac gets to flicker away. That player 1 is chasing after him, and he just uses the consecration to get away. But BP1 is stuck. He's left alone. He needs the help, but some outplays, some moments of brilliance from him. But that was way too risky. It was like a massive miscall by Alpha 7!
And there's no resurrection coming up from the board, but you can use it for Zia, which would have given them the advantage! Oh, Nats! Onto the middle! The Eternal Guardian Nats with the core world, pushing away by Rafaela. It means that Zeno will take that Lord for Geekay Esports so cleanly. And you're right, Renmar. It looked really good for Alpha 7 at a certain point, but miscoms happened. Miscalculations happened for Alpha 7. Geekay Esports quick to punish. They may have lost one or two of their members, but that's a bigger price. The shutdown on the best player 1 is too good to have at this stage of the game.
It was not worth it. Here comes the golden hour. He brought down the Guardian. It delays the damage, but it still goes down. Okay, so now I'm learning a little bit more with the Vexana and the Marcel combo. That is interesting. And now Geekay it looks like Alpha 7 this I feel like that big loss was just way too demoralizing for them. Zia falls down, they are slowly crumbling. Yaga is now on his third stack for the Skycruiser after getting his first of that long dance, and just when it looked good, it now looks terrible, but great for Geekay, who have crawled back this comeback from next to nothing.
Despite being down when it comes to gold, despite them having a lot of troubles, they still manage to keep their mental faculties intact, Renmar, and they're not creating any mistakes. In fact, they're the ones forcing the errors. Baba Yaga now prepping up for this one after the golden hour. Zia getting caught many times in this game as well. Best player allowed Geekay Esports to collect more real estate in the map, but eventually led them to take inhibitors at the top and the mid lane now. And of course, a lot of stacks for Yaga. The combo, the golden hour into the damage output of those Rangers. No target could be better. When they took out Zia in that combination, that actually gave so much of a momentum boost for Geekay Esports. And despite Zia being resurrected, Alpha 7 still managed to find and make an important error that made Geekay Esports fall back to this game.
They were up 2K in gold. Oh, wait, before I complete that thought, golden hour. Perfect dot! Entry and engaged by Shen on this Marcel! That was a hidden snapshot! A candid photo perfectly taken, and Max was not ready for it! He walked right into the bait play of Geekay. And despite not having taken any turrets, despite 2K down, only just 4 or 5 minutes ago, maybe even shorter than that, Geekay have turned this around into utter domination. Best player gets taken out, Yaga gets his 7th stack, and Alpha 7 will be frustrated with themselves with how they lost this. As Geekay claw back, clap back, and have devastated Alpha 7 into a sweep.
The team with a better coordination wins today. And it's testament on how good Geekay was when it comes to their chemistry, when it comes to how they're executing the team fights, especially in important moments. They trump Alpha 7 in that field of play. For Alpha 7 to look all over the place. It seems like they spread themselves too thin. There was a time where it looked really good for Alpha 7. There was a time where they were dominant. But when they start making those mistakes, when best player 1 as well as Zia overextend, when Max was just walking in front of the 5 members of Geekay Esports, that's how you know that they're not as disciplined as the members of Geekay Esports. The better team with the better teamwork won today, Renmar, and it's Geekay Esports to take this series.
It was a mix of, as you mentioned, teamwork, but also great individual timings and gameplay. At the time when you need it. Didn't always happen, but when Geekay needed just a little bit of individual brilliance, they got it and they did it. They earned it as a team. Alpha 7 needs to go back to the drawing board in terms of how they take their moments. Because they had that in their control, but it was this right here. They saw the Nolan up top. Geekay then decided to go for it, knowing that, okay, they need to build on at least one thing. They forced Shen back. It would be a long fight, but then best player 1 would be caught here. For the rest of Alpha 7, they passed through the long way to try and help best player 1. Nats went to the mid to try and delay Bomba, Xeno Bomba. Yeah, that was a massive misplay and miscall on how to handle that situation.
Oh man. I think the dominoes just fell. Everybody, it's like a house of cards that fell for Alpha 7. Because of those mistakes, Nats had magnetized to that bottom lane for whatever reason. Walked right in front of the members of Geekay, but Geekay was prepared. Geekay, they're not making those errors. They're more sound in the latter portions of the game. And they have taken down Alpha 7 and have proven themselves worthy of this international event, Games of the Future. They can really match up against the top teams in this region.
They are the champions of MPL MENA after all. Meanwhile, Alpha 7, and once the moment was there, he took it and he ran
Coming up from Geekay, showing us that, yeah,